Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Today is another double upload day. Yes, I had a day off yesterday and I thought I had to take a little break, but today I've come all guns blazing and you're getting two videos rather than one. So, first video of the day has to be in relation to this news, and Gareth Southgate has done it again. He's done it again, you know, with the initial squad that he announced, the 26-man squad. We all saw that there were things to disagree with, and we all thought, okay, we're not entirely surprised. Then something happened, and there was a chance to rectify the situation. But Gareth Southgate being Gareth Southgate, we're, again, not surprised that, as far as we're concerned, I think I speak for the majority. There's obviously some that agree with the decision, but the majority, I think, look at this and go, yeah, he's bottled it again. He's bottled it again, and I think it's been pretty clear, as I said in my last video where I spoke about the England squad, that we are going to just set up very defensively at the Euros. We just are, and this is proof of the pudding. It really is. What happened earlier on, we had a 26-man squad announced, and funnily enough, Southgate decided to call up four right-backs. Four right-backs, four centre-backs, and many people asking why. So we went with Trent Alexander-Arnold, we went with Reece James, we went with Kieran Trippier, and we went with Kyle Walker. Four right-backs. Now, Southgate gave the explanation that many of them are quite versatile, and many of them can play in different positions. And I thought, okay, cool, I hear that, I understand your logic, but why are we calling up four centre-backs then? If Kyle Walker can play as a right-sided centre-back, if Reece James can play as a right-sided centre-back, if we have Kieran Trippier that is quite versatile and can play on either side, if we have all these other players, especially the amount of centre-backs that we have, why are we stacking all of that up in terms of defence? Why? What's the point? Why have four right-backs? And why call up four centre-backs if you know many of those right-backs are quite versatile and you might be able to use them as centre-backs? Because in effect, what you're doing is you have your four main centre-backs, you have your others that are quite versatile. In effect, you have about 6 or 7 players that can play centre-back. There is absolutely no reason to have that. You're taking up space in the squad. You just are. And I feel like it's at the expense of the midfield. And the midfield is where we actually don't have that many options. And I'm going to come to that. But what happened is Trent Alexander-Arnold got injured. And he's been withdrawn from the squad. And that's unfortunate. All the best to him. I hope he recovers. And I hope he's okay for the new season. It's a shame because you don't want anyone to get injured and miss a tournament. That's just not it. You know, you don't want that to happen to anyone. And it's happened to Trent. So, you know, that's quite unfortunate. But especially in terms of not just Trent, but all those right-backs that I just mentioned, another aspect of their versatility was them being able to play as wingers. I mean, have you seen the amount of wingers we have in this squad? You know, we've got Sancho, we've got Rashford, we've got Sterling, we've got Foden, we've got Grealish that can play there, we've got Saka, we've got an abundance of wingers. Why do we need additional right-backs that can play as wingers and additional right-backs that can play as centre-backs when we're stacked in both areas? Anyway, now that Trent's injured, many were waiting for the decision. Okay, which player is he going to call up? Is it going to be a midfielder? Is it going to be a midfielder? Is it going to be Ward-Prowse? Is it going to be Lingard? Surely one of them are getting on the plane to the Euros. I mean, on the plane, in effect, England are playing their games here in the UK. So, you know, not necessarily a plane, unless we advance into the latter stages of the competition, but we'll see. Are they going to make it in the squad? Everyone was waiting for James Ward-Prowse. I think I can speak for many, me included. Lingard, I'd love to have in the team, but, again, I understand if he were to go with Ward-Prowse. So what did Southgate do? He went with Ben White. Another centre-back. Someone explain the logic, please. Someone please explain the logic. Now, the one bit of logic that I've heard, the one bit of reasoning that I've seen on social media from many England fans is, well, Maguire's injured. Maguire doesn't look like he's fully fit. So maybe Ben White could step in. Okay. I'm cool with that. I have nothing against Ben White. As far as I'm concerned, in terms of centre-backs, yeah, he probably should be in the squad. Fair enough, because he's a decent centre-back. But if that is your logic, in terms of replacing Maguire, who's injured, why the hell did we call up Tyrone Mings and Connor Cody then? Explain the logic. If we are getting another centre-back in Ben White, that many seem to be okay with, cool, okay, he's the one to go to just in case if something happens to Maguire or something happens to Stones or whatever, cool, okay. Why the hell did we call up Cody and why the hell did we call up Mings? Especially Mings. I think many people actually look at Cody and go, you know what, yeah, decent centre-back, I'd take him. But Mings, why him ahead of Ben White then? Why are we applying the logic to Ben White in taking up another centre-back spot in the squad when we have Mings in the squad and many people just want Ben White in the team, but he wasn't called up, Mings was? Why are we taking up additional spots when we have spots available for players that should be in this team? It's just clear. It's clear that Southgate is going to set up England in a very defensive manner. And that is just against what I think is right for the England team. And I think many are against that for the England team. We have such an abundance of attacking talent. And I truly believe if we just went out there and played a nice attacking brand of football, I'm not saying abandon defence. You need a solid defence. You need to be solid at the back. You have to. Coming up against top opposition, you come up against a France, for example, you need to know how to defend. It's as simple as that. You need to know how to track back. You need to know how to be organised and solid at the back in preventing chances from being from occurring. When you look at the talents that France or any other top team has, you need to defend solid. But we need to use what we have up top and we need to have a system, not necessarily a formation. As I've already mentioned in my previous England video, you can play in a back three or a back five, but still have an attacking brand of football, an attacking style, much like we've seen at Chelsea. And obviously I can relate with Chelsea because I'm a Chelsea fan, but I see the way that Thomas Tuchel sets us up and we've got a back three or a back five when we have Reece James and Chilwell coming back. But you look at the way we attack and we utilise Reece James, we utilise Chilwell, and we just managed to create an overload. Not just that, but we're able to move the ball quick. We're able to keep possession for long portions of the game. We're able to have control. And in that manner, create chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. I feel like with the talent that we have in this team, in terms of the lads up top, honestly, we'd be stacked with chances. But you just know Southgate is not going to do that. You just know. He's going to set up England in a very conservative manner, in a very defensive way, where we're trying to contain, and possibly launch a counter-attack. And we just do not need to do that because we can take control of the game and kill games off by half-time 2-0 up. We have the talent. You look at all the lads we have up top. But not just that. In terms of this decision of calling up Ben White, another centre-back. So now what we have, right, is 3 right-backs, right? We have Trippier, we have Walker, we have Reece James, cool, but we have 5 centre-backs. Make it make sense. 5 centre-backs. But how many midfielders do we have? 5. We have 5 midfielders. We've got Declan Rice, we've got Jordan Henderson, we've got Calvin Phillips, Mason Mount and Jude Bellingham as our midfielders. Now you look at how many of them are defensive. How many of them are DMs? We've got Declan Rice, DM. We've got Henderson, DM. Even though he can push a bit forward at times, but he's a DM. And even with Henderson, there's question marks because he has been injured for portions of the season. Is he going to be completely ready to feature at the highest level at the Euros? I hope so. He's the vice captain. He has to be called up. But is he going to play? And is he going to play well and effectively? And is he going to be fit? You know? That's another reason why we probably should have called up a midfielder. But aside from Henderson, we've got Calvin Phillips. We've got Mason Mount. Mason Mount's actually not defensive. I just want to put that into context now. Many of you might think he's a proper box-to-box. He's a workhorse. Yes, he gets stuck in, but he's not a DM. He's not someone to sit next to a Declan Rice, for example. No, he needs to be pushed a little bit more forward. He is the bond between that midfield and that attack. He is that man. That proper traditional number 8, you'd say, not a 6. So Mason Mount, I'm not including in this conversation. And Jude Bellingham. For me, that is quite defensively stacked. And I feel like if we are going to play in a defensive manner, yeah, because we just know Southgate's going to do it, but if he is going to do that, why not take Ward-Prowse? Why not give yourself an option? If you know that you're going to be playing defensively, I think it would be wise to be able to look at this and go, you know what, maybe we have to play off set pieces. Maybe if we are going to be playing defensively, we're not going to create that many chances. When we get a set piece, we need to make sure it probably goes into the net. Who's the man that can probably make that happen the most? It's James Ward-Prowse. His set pieces are to a T. It's to a T. You have a free kick, you want Ward-Prowse on it. You have a set piece, you want Ward-Prowse on it. You want a delivery into the box, you want Ward-Prowse in it. Because you just know the guarantee there is pretty high. His ability to get the ball into those dangerous positions and to be able to score those sort of free kicks, James Ward-Prowse is your man. We're not even allowing ourselves that sort of outlet. So again, I don't understand. I just don't understand why we've abandoned Ward-Prowse. We've not left ourselves with that many options in terms of midfield. And we're very, very heavily defensively set up. Very heavily defensively set up. And I don't understand. I mean, I hope for the best. I really do. I just know, though, that with the way that we're going to set up, I think it's probably... Mourinho's going to be proud of this. You know Mourinho's doing punditry for the Euros. Probably with Talk Sport, I think it's going to be. You just know he's probably going to look at England and go flip. You know, I think this is a very good system. 7-1, we defend, fantastic. We win the Euros. You know, you just know he's probably going to look at us and go, yeah, that's how you should play. 7-1 is what I'm expecting from this squad. We've got an abundance of defenders, 10 defenders in this 26-man squad. We've got 5 midfielders, and the rest are attackers, predominantly wingers, not enough, I'd say, strikers. We've got Calvert-Lewin, maybe Harry Kane is probably going to be the man put up. That's about it. I just feel like we're leaving men behind, and... You can tell the mood here in this country now. I know I'm speaking for a guy that's in London. I know what it's like for the rest of the UK. But I haven't seen any England flags. Actually, I lie. I've seen one. I've seen one car with an England flag on it. A week before the Euros begins. We are 6 days before England play. And I've seen one England flag. What normally used to happen is full of optimism. Full of buzz. Full of, yeah, England are about to go to a major tournament. Yeah, come on, lads. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not even seeing people talk about it. There's nothing. What's going on? You could just tell. A lot of people are very pessimistic about this England team. And I think they know with Gareth Southgate. We're just going to have to hope for the best. And I think that's the issue. You know, many people are hoping. It really is. Many people are hoping. Instead of having that what we used to have, that, yeah, come on, boys. Let's go and do it. We can bring it home. Let's bring it home. This time, there's none of that. This time there's none of that. And with this squad that's been called up, I can see why. I can see why. But honestly, look, I hope Southgate somehow pulls it out of the bag. I hope we prove everything wrong. I'm going to be bringing the content, that's for sure, on this channel, 100%. I'll be giving you England previews, England reviews. There will be watch-alongs, but there will be watch-alongs on my Twitch. So for the duration of the Euros, the watch-alongs will be exclusively on my Twitch. So make sure you're following me on Twitch for those to happen before we get into the new season. But it's going to be hopefully a fun Euros, and hopefully a Euros where Southgate in England prove all of us wrong. Prove us wrong. Show us that we can go out and kill games off. Show us that we can use our attacking talent. Set us up in a way where we can be a threat and dominate games, control games, and put teams on the back foot. Come on, let's do it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below in relation to Ben White being called up instead of James Ward-Prowse. Trent Alexander-Arnold unfortunately misses out. Let me know what you think of the squad. Southgate going into this tournament. What are your hopes for England? What are your beliefs for England? How do you think they're going to do? And make sure you catch the content coming up to the Euros where, again, the day before England play, I will be dropping the match preview for the first England Euro 2020 game. It's going to be interesting. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will see all of you later for video number 2. Have a good one. See you later. Take care and peace.